Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is your host Rizwan. We are here to review a product, the Hyundai Alcazar. But first things first, I would like to thank PSM Hyundai for providing me with the car. So if you are in the market for a Hyundai product, do visit their dealership which is situated across Tamil Nadu. I've given the link in the description. So back to the car. So this car is launched and the price are revealed. We are going to see, is it worth the money? Does it go against the competition? The MG Hector, the Innova Krista, and indirectly the Ertiga. So stay with me, do like, subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to stay notified. So let's get back to the car. Hi guys, so this is the new Hyundai Alcazar. It's a longer wheelbase version of the Creta, but believe me, it's something more than that. A lot of things have changed in this car, and the biggest change here is the big grille here. It makes the car look really wider, which this car isn't. It's well designed, gets a nice dark chrome accents, and you get a camera setup here, the front view camera. You get a tail beam LED from the Creta. You could see the grille extends to the lights, which distinguishes it from the Creta. You get front parking sensors, a new LED fog light here. This car's design is somewhat inspired by the Hyundai's flagship SUV, the Hyundai Palisade. Coming to the size, this car gets 18-inch wheels. This wheel somewhat reminds me of the Hyundai Venue, but these are the bigger ones. It's a nice finishing, dual tone finishing. This car runs on 215/55 R18 tires. They are Apollo. This car is really longer, and this is the outside rear view mirror. Gets a welcome function, auto folding function, and you get a camera placement here for the blind view monitor. I'll explain you in a while. And you get a puddle lamp here which projects Hyundai on the ground and gives you some light to direct towards the car in the dark. And you get a nice dark chrome finishing to the door handles, which complements well with the car and the color. So this car has grown 200 mm longer on the length, 150 mm longer in the wheelbase, and this car is 40 mm taller in height. Nice quarter glass for the third row. The third row is well executed, doesn't feel like an afterthought. It's a nice sloping effect for the C-pillar. All gloss black everywhere, no chrome drama anywhere. Coming to the rear, here is the biggest change for the car. This rear somewhat looks like an Endeavour to me, but it's really a new position for the rear. Nice Alcazar badging on the boot lid. It's twin tip exhaust, a big reflector setup for safety, and this is the new LED tail lamp. It somewhat looks like this when it's lit. Gets a nice honeycomb treatment to it. It somewhat mimics the front headlights, I would say. High mount stop lamp. You get a shark fin antenna. Let's open the boot. It is not a powered one, should have been one, cost cutting done. A decent size boot, I would say, 180 liters with all the seats upright. You can just pull this to push back for extra cargo space. And you get something here for the third row passenger. I'll show you. You get 3-level blower adjustment for the AC and a USB port, cup holder, light placement, and something here underneath. You get a toolkit and some space also here. A Bose subwoofer. This car gets an 8-speaker Bose system from the Creta. So this car gets a camera placement, rear camera placement here. So the color which we have with us is the Polar White. You have an option of Tiger Brown, Starry Night, Titan Grey and a Typhoon Silver. So let's get into the second row of the Alcazar. The doors are wider, you get a nice brown finish to the interior scheme, dedicated sun blinds for the rear passenger, and you get a nice soft touch on the door armrest, Bose speaker setup. You get a 1-liter bottle holder, and this is how the captain seats look. This is a 6-seater configuration. You have option of 7-seat also. A nice center armrest with some storage space in between. And look at this, you get an wireless phone charger, business class levels of comfort. Hyundai has aimed to give its customers nice soft pillows for the headrest. I'll just show you getting inside the car. My height for reference is 5'7", so getting in it's not a problem. Nice leg room, decent knee room I would say. Under air support is also decent. I am sitting comfortable, good cushioning. So this is how the dashboard looks. It has the same dashboard as the Creta with minor color scheme changes and looks somewhat like this in the dark. And this car gets first in segment 1-click tumble seats to get into the third row. I'll just show you getting in, how's the space. So getting in it's not a problem, it's very easy to get in. So once you're in, you're sitting little low, your knees upright. Space is tight here, knee room is quite tight. There is no under air support I would say. This space is strictly for kids. And controls here I have already explained you. You get a hook here for practicality. Coming to this way, it's same thing here, USB, you get an blower, cup holder, space to keep, and you get a hook here for practicality. Some space to grab your hand while getting in and out of the car. A dedicated reading lamp, it's LED for the third row passenger. Obviously going to be kids. And this is the quarter glass, brings in some good light inside. So this car gets a segment leading wheelbase which is 2760 mm. Let's get into the driver's seat. You get passive entry. Doors open wide. The same drama here with the brown finishing. Nice soft touch for the door armrest. And you get power door controls, lock unlock button, a Bose speaker here with the Bose badging here. The Bose badging is all on the 4 doors. 1-liter bottle holder. And this is how the front seat looks. This front seat gets electric power adjust for the driver, 8-way adjustable one. So you get a start stop controls here, traction control button, a parking switch and a headlight leveler. And the biggest change here is this 10.25 inch instrument cluster, a big departure from the Creta. It's very neatly laid out, gets 4 themes to it. I feel a very nice cluster here. It's very clean, very neatly laid out. It doesn't prick in your eyes. It's not too dark, doesn't distract you while driving. Has host of information to it. Gets tire pressure, fuel data, lot of things. Everything is given attention here. And this instrument cluster lifts up the cabin and adds a character to the car. And this is the typical Hyundai steering wheel. Been changed here. You get a perforation at the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock driving position. And look at this, you get a piano black finish for the steering wheel, which lifts up the premiumness. And you get hard plastics here. Should have been a soft touch. And this instrument cluster is complemented by a 10.25-inch multimedia screen. It's very neat, sleek to use, very easy to operate, same as the Creta. It gets 60 additional features from the Creta. The central console is highlighted by the gloss black finishing, you could see here, and you get a seat ventilation switch here with 3 levels of adjustment and a view switch to view the 360-degree parking camera. You can even adjust the view by clicking on the screen here. This is the top view, this is the side view, and a rear view camera. You can even adjust the contrast and the brightness here. A very nice touch. I feel the resolution is being leveled up for this car. Interior rear view mirror, it's an auto dimming, and you get an SOS switch also to it. Since this is a manual car, you don't get traction modes here like an automatic. You get an auto hold switch, a electronic parking brake, a place to keep your key here I think, and a central storage as usual, and cup holders here. And also this system, you get an additional feature which is first in the segment. You get 64 color ambient lighting. I'll just show you how it operates. It's a first in the segment, so it's very cool. It lifts up the cabin ambience. It gives a feel good factor. You're driving a premium car. You have multiple colors here, and also you can customize your palette by this way. It somewhat resembles to the Mercedes-Benz, I feel. Looks really cool. So this car gets a blind view monitor. When you click the right indicator, the right side of the pod opens up to view, and when you click the left indicator, the left side of the pod opens up for the view. I feel it should have been given on the multimedia screen, which would display a bigger space and it will be more accessible, I would say. So back to the engine department now. Insulation done, no hydraulic struts, cost cutting done here I feel. So this is the 1.5 liter diesel engine producing 115 PS of power and 250 Newton meters of torque, and you also get a 2 liter petrol engine producing 159 PS of power and 190 Newton meters of torque, both mated to a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic. So guys, let's sum it up. This car starts from 16 lakh and 30,000 rupees and goes all the way till 19 lakh and 99,000 rupees. Quite on expensive side, but Hyundai has a trump card on it, on strong dealer network, a strong after sales service, and a strong reliability. If anybody wants an SUV like a car and you'll use a third row occasionally or just for kids, then Alcazar is a good product to go for. So you do shortlist it on your buying decision. So that's it guys for the car today. See you next time. Bye bye.